Hey everyone, welcome to the breakdown for the love flow. I'm going to go through this step by step and also show you some close-ups of some of the more intricate hand transitions that you see. Thanks for being here and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we're going to start off on the right hand side in a sword cradle. We're going to unwind that cradle, and then as soon as we get to the cross block portion, we're going to start to hinge at the waist, let the tail swoop behind our right arm, and we're going to drive the mace head into the air, coming into a mace windmill. Just want to make sure our shoulders are stacked and we're opening up our chest to the side as much as humanly possible. From here, we're going to unhinge at the hips, we're going to bring the mace back through a crescent swing, wind up into a cradle, and then I'm going to do this interesting hand transition where I grind the mace in between my hands, come into a cradle on the other side, lift up the cradle overhead, and extend my arms so that the mace is resting on top. So what that hand transition looks like is from the cradle, you're going to put the mace in between both hands, and then you're going to use pressure to grind the mace, and it's going to transition over to the other arm. So to see that again, we're grinding the mace between the hands and we're laying it flat on the other arm. And so here's what that looks like again within the flow. Cradle, up overhead, extend the arms. Now I'm in position to go into my cradle arrow, and so I'm going to step back with my left foot and I'm going to bring my unloaded arm to the mace as if I'm closing a book. From here, I'm going to complete the movement by pivoting and pulling my arm back to complete the arrow. So I can show you what that looks like from the other side. And so if this is my cradle arrow, step back, close the book, and then I'm going to complete the arrow by pulling my arm back. From the arrow, I'm going to curl back up into a cradle. I'm going to step back with my left foot and I'm going to pin the mace in between my bicep and my forearm. Then I'm going to pivot and guide the mace tail back to the front. So I'll show you what that looks like facing the other way. So curl up into a cradle, pin the mace in between the bicep and the forearm, step back, and then pivot. So here that is again within the context of the flow: cradle, pin, pivot. We're back at the front now. Now I'm going to use my guide hand to guide the tail down to my hip and then pin the mace against my body. From here I'm going to drive my leg up and put the mace down on my thigh. I'm going to go into a cross back step from here, and as I step back, I'm going to let the weight of the head of the mace go down and then the tail swoop behind. And then from here, I'm going to go into a coin flip. So here's a close-up of that coin flip. I'm moving my thumb out of the way, and then I'm switching my grip to a thumbs down position in mid-air so that I'm able to take the mace into a sword swing, but go around my head into a halo, and then I'm going to switch my grip mid-air into thumbs up. So here I go, sword swing, around the head into a halo, switch from thumbs down to thumbs up. And here it is one more time in the context of flow. So I go sword swing to halo to thumbs up transition. Now look at where I end up. I'm in that nice cross block position so that I am able to let the tail swoop behind me, punch up toward the sky, open up my chest, and end up in that mace windmill. I'm gonna bring my mace back through a cradle, wind all the way up, and I'm ready to go on the other side. So pin the mace between my hands, grind it on over to the other side, lift the mace up overhead, extend the arms all the way out. Now I'm going to step back, close the book, pivot, and come into my arrow. I'm going to go back into a sword cradle as I step back again, pin the mace between my bicep and my forearm, and guide the tail to the front. I'm going to guide the tail again down to my hip and pin the mace against my body. From here, I'm going to drive the leg up and bring the head of the mace down to my leg and rest it there until I step back, let the head catch weight, do a coin flip, go sword swing, halo, switch in midair to thumbs up transition. Then I'm going to go into my mace windmill from there. Come back up, wind back up into a sword cradle, and then if I want, I can keep going. Thanks again for joining me today. If you tried this flow, please tag Dr. Squats to Lost in New York. I would love to see your rendition, and please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. Thank you.